Good evening and welcome. Sports Report is on the road at the Fish Tank in Virginia Wesleyan. Andy Mishaw, Matt Hatfield with you. Special tournament edition of the Sports Report today.
That's right, on the road, and we're going to start things off with some high school hoops action, even though this is one of the places for the finest college basketball in the state. We begin things with the 8th Annual VirginiaPreps.com Basketball Classic presented by Cox Sports at Green Run High School in Virginia Beach, Andy, as the Smithfield Packers take on the Kellam Knights. Kellam coming in at 12-6 overall, a contender in 6A, while Smithfield at 17-2 overall, number 4 in the state in 4A.
Kellam in the dark, and it's Caden Marshall getting things going with the three-pointer in the corner.
Smithfield countering with Sasha Stafford, hitting the long jumper just inside the arc. He had a big game, a double-double for Richard Pullen's Packers, but Kellam will come right back, missing a three, and there's Jalen Craig with the stick back.
Yeah, remember that name, Stafford. It's going to be said a couple of times, but this is Jalen Craig again. Free throw line jumper.
It's an early battle between Craig and Stafford, but Connor Campbell now getting in on the act, the gritty point guard, senior, one of the captains for Norm Hassel's Knights, and now a long-range shot from Ryan Jones, the point guard for Smithfield, a junior, and probably the favorite for Bay Rivers District Player of the Year. Smithfield on top by 4 going to the second quarter.
Adjustment time as we hit the second quarter. Here's Campbell on the run, finding Kevin Swihart for the lay-in.
That Kellam bench contributing 12 points in this one for the Knights, and now it'll be a turnover there on the inbounds, and now it's a drive to the hoop for Kendall Shepard off the glass with the deuce. Smithfield's offense answering every time, it seems like, and Stafford again with the step-back J.
Maybe they should, I don't know, think about covering that guy or something maybe. Just a thought. Off the missed three, though, they can't get some rebounds. That is Caesar Amisi with the putback.
Kellam using the offensive glass as they outscored Smithfield 13-4 in second chance points, but somebody's got to stop that J.R. Stafford guy as he's destroying them with those jumpers just inside the three-point arc. Here it is, end of the half. Connor Campbell for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and we're all deadlocked at intermission.
Tied game as we head to the second half. Could they keep the excitement going? Well, Jones says I can keep the three-pointers going. That's an outside shot for him.
And Smithfield again with the basketball. Stafford taking it to the hoop this time. He was hitting the jumpers face up, now putting it on the deck to get some offensive action going out. But there's that defense of Smithfield creating points here. It's a steal for Isaiah Moore, and he goes coast to coast for 2.
Kellam coming right back, though, hanging in, 28-23, 5-point lead. Back the other way, it's Campbell, the dish to Craig, and he connects on the 2.
That front court for Kellam led by Jalen Craig and Noah Singer bringing them back, and there's Stafford again just inside the arc. He's got the range and the touch for the Packers, clinging to a 1-point lead, final quarter.
Seriously, somebody maybe guard that guy. Kendall Shepard, oh man, that's not even in the same room. He is way outside with that shot.
Smithfield only hit 4 threes, but that one a big one. Now Chris Schultz coming right back with a tray for the Knights.
Answer going back and forth here. Schultz this time on the run. Look at the behind the back move. And the fadeaway stuffs it in.
They call him Sergeant Schultz. It's deadlocked at 45 all. Smithfield led 45-40, but now Kellam trying to take the lead, and they do on Noah Singer's step back 3. Money. Ice water in the veins for Singer. One last heave here for Jones from way outside. Somehow that thing goes in and out, does not fall. But in the end, it would be Kellam holding on for the 5-point victory, 50-45. The Knights closing on a 10-0 run. Noah Singer, the Christopher Newport commit, with 9 points to chip in with Jalen Craig's 11 points, 5 of 5 from the field. Stafford led the way for Smithfield in defeat with that double-double of 18 points, 13 rebounds. Well, Andy, we've got more action.
Yeah, it's a great game to start things off. Let's keep it rolling with the home team. We got a packed house.
The Green Run Stallions undefeated at 19-0 overall, taking on the Norfolk Collegiate Oaks 18-3 overall. A sellout crowd in Virginia Beach at the Virginia Preps Classic, a private versus public school showdown again.
Right off the tip is Adam Grant, straight to the rack for 2 for Collegiate in the blue.
Green Run now trying to answer with Najon Nobles connecting from long range, as Green Run's perimeter attack would be key against that inside presence of Bash Towns for Norfolk Collegiate. Now it's Deshaun Wade, the junior guard, second-team All-State a year ago, canning the jumper.
Pretty looking shot from Wade. Right back the other way. The other scoring threat, Fields, Torrey Fields. The baseline step-in jumper is good for him.
Norfolk Collegiate led 5-0, but Green Run with 10 unanswered to take a 5-point lead, but it would be back and forth seesaw affair as Kyle McNair in the air for 2.
With a nice finish there, and it's a 2-point lead for Norfolk Collegiate as we head to the second quarter, but not for long. Here in Showers, he makes it rain. Damon Showers, the deep 3.
That was from way downtown, and now Showers going to try to pump fake and then feed the post there. Sterling Carrington with the spin move going off glass.
Getting the feed from Showers. And here's Grant with a dish to Jakeem Robertson, and he finishes underneath.
Some excellent passing in this game. These are two fundamentally sound squads. 25-23, Norfolk Collegiate up by 2. And now it's the big man, Bash Towns, against contact, getting it to go, and a 3-point opportunity.
Back and forth this game. Here is Wade. Watch this move. The finish with the one hand. Somehow he muscles that one in.
Neither team led this one by more than 6 points the entire way, 30-27. This has a who has the ball last type of feel to it. And right now, Collegiate's got the ball, and they're making threes behind Kyle McNair.
No, that's okay, because right back at you, Wade has the answer at the other end from the top of the key.
When you come into Stallion country, it's Wade's world, and he hits that tray. And now it's the baseball pass on the out-of-bounds play. Towns to Grant. Full in Green Run's defense, but Green Run in transition. They're tough. Ooh, this time he's rejected by Adam Grant.
Oof. Somebody get out of the way of that one. That one hurt. Here's Wade with the runner. Nobody gets a hand on that.
Pace picking up very nicely in this one in the second half. It's a block by Jakeem Robertson. Towns gets it, throws it up ahead, and finishing in transition will be McNair.
Here we go. Back the other way. Is it Nobles? It is Nobles. In the face of Robertson. Hand in his face, no problem at the buzzer. A 1-point game as we head to the fourth.
Another nail-biting finish. Going to the hoop, it's Bash Towns cleaning up the garbage. Oh, he's the garbage man for the Oaks inside with those putbacks. Green Run going inside. Amani Wood, no good, but there's his teammate, Sterling Carrington with the finish.
That's a tougher shot than it looks. Finishing with the left hand. Finishing from way outside, flashing up 3 is Grant, though.
Norfolk Collegiate with the offense there, 52-49 in the lead. Green Run trying to trim a 4-point deficit to 1, and they do with Sterling Carrington's triple.
A 1-point game. 20 seconds left, 20.4 to be exact. Big man at the line, Towns, he makes some ice water in the veins of Towns.
After they had missed one, Green Run missing a chance, but here's their last chance. Down 3, Wade with the heave at the horn. Trey Freeman was not in the building, so Norfolk Collegiate will hold on and win it 58-55. As you'll see, the Oaks getting great performance from their trio of Adam Grant, Bash Towns, and Kyle McNair, as those 3 combined for 47 points to lead Norfolk Collegiate, while Green Run, led by Deshaun Wade's 19 points in defeat, Damon Showers with 11 points, and Sterling Carrington with 10 rebounds.
Tell you what, man, it's a heck of a tournament you guys had going on there. Excellent games out front. Stay with us, though. Sports Report continues. We go out west. We got some Western action for you. Come right back here on the Sports Report.
And welcome back to the Cox Sports Report as we do the show today from Virginia Wesleyan College here at the Fish Tank. I am Matthew Hatfield, pleased to be joined now by the athletic director here at Virginia Wesleyan College in year number 24, Joanne Renn. Joanne, thanks for stopping by.
We had to throw that out there, didn't you, Maddie?
I had to.
Oh, yeah, okay. Thanks so much.
You all have done an exceptional job, and we thank you for having us here at Virginia Wesleyan. Tell us what's new at Virginia Wesleyan.
Well, the biggest what's new, of course, is our new president, Scott D. Miller. When I introduce him now, he says, stop calling me new. I'm in my 8th month. I tell you, the guy is he's a go-getter. He loves athletics, understands the importance of Division III athletics on a small liberal arts institution like Virginia Wesleyan, and has really embraced being a Marlin. I think I first realized that in late August, early September, when he showed up at the soccer field and has been going great guns ever since. He loves basketball, loves men and women's basketball in particular, obviously, and he also loves to win. So when we have those streaks, when we're not doing quite as well, he'll drop by early in the morning and just come in and chat with me a little bit in the office. But he's an amazing guy. His energy has kind of permeated the campus, not only on the athletic side, but has academics going full force. We have broken ground on a new Greer Environmental Center, which will house a state-of-the-art marine biology and environmental sciences center, and really tie us in with Virginia Institute of Marine Science and VIMS up on with William & Mary. So things like that with Dr. Miller have really added a great shot in the arm for us.
You've seen a lot of neat things take place here at Virginia Wesleyan in your tenure, including a national championship, this state-of-the-art facility, which is one of the finest in the country for Division III schools. What do you enjoy most about your job on a day-to-day basis?
Well, gosh, being able to talk with folks like you and just talk about how great Virginia Wesleyan is for not only the 1,400 students that go here, but my colleagues and staff that I work with, the folks that come from off campus, our external constituents that are able to use the Batten Center and other areas of our campus. You forgot to mention Birdsong Field, our new synthetic turf field we just opened up in August, about 2 days before we hit the first field hockey ball. But things like that. George and Sue Birdsong were donors for that magnificent synthetic turf field, and the impact that turf field has had on us, not only intercollegiately but recreationally. The kids use it late into the night with intramurals. We've been able to rent it out to several external groups, and there's things like that. The impact of those types of new facilities. You talk about what I love best about being here that long is seeing those types of facilities open and the impact it has on everyone.
Mm-hmm. A couple of fine basketball programs you have, too, on the men and women's side. Tell us about that, what we've seen this year from them.
Well, the men never ceased to amaze me. They were what I feel like were amazing overachievers last year, making it to the Final Four. David does it with smoke and mirrors sometimes. He's got a great buy-in with the culture and the philosophy of what he does every single year. And he just reloads. I hate to use that term, but he does do that. He's lost some great senior classes, but seems to the next year get those guys to buy into what he wants them to do, and they do it. This year's been quite a challenge for him and his troops. I think he has, again, done an amazing job with them. Chemistry, as you know, having your background in basketball is such an important part in COG. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your chemistry with your team is not a true team, you're going to have some troubles. And I think that has been his emphasis this year, to make sure that they understand that one man can't do it. It's got to be a group effort, a team effort every single night on both sides of the ball. For the women, they are right in the middle of a horse race, truly. They could end up as high, and I'm serious when I say this, in the top three, and they could end up as low as 8 or 9.
Sure.
It just depends on what happens going forward. They had a tough one last night at Randolph-Macon, losing by a point. I just left Steph's office. I wouldn't say she's beside herself, but she's a little fired up. Mm-hmm. And so we were just kind of going through the scenarios as it relates to the rest of the year this year. And she's very positive because she's realistic. But if you talk to Bridgewater, if you talk to Roanoke, if you talk to Randolph-Macon, they probably give you the same spiel, but sure. I'm sure she'll end up in great shape.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank
you.
you.
Joanne Renn, the athletic director here at Virginia Wesleyan College. And for more information, you can check out their website and, of course, follow them right here on Cox Sports. We now check out some more high school hoops action as we go out west to see Faith Christian taking on Roanoke Valley Christian. In a high school hoop showdown, Faith Christian led by the 7'1" center Brendan Newton, a junior getting recruited by a number of schools, including Appalachian State. And you see in the red there, that is Roanoke Valley knocking down the shot, and then it's going to be inside to Faith Christian and Brendan Newton with the slam dunk. Going back in the post, it is Brendan Newton now feeding it. He's not just a selfish big man. He's a guy that'll hand it off to his teammates for a basket. Now Roanoke Valley coming back here as Dylan Honaker with the three-pointer early, and then they get a jumper to fall here from Cameron Hale. It'll be right here a steal by that Faith Christian defense as they got it with Ian Allagood, the freshman. Now it's Noah Barnett feeling Allagood for three, and he gets it to fall.
All right, I'm back. We're ready to go. And there is, I guess you could call that a steal. Bad bouncing, good stealing. That is Shari Geringer with the score, though.
Here comes Roanoke Valley now trying to break the pressure defense of Faith Christian, which has been so effective, forcing turnovers in this contest. And you see, being patient, trying to get past those traps. And then a long shot is good there for Brian Harden.
Still just too much Faith Christian, though, as they move the ball around here. Some good ball movement as they take their time, set things up. Take a long time to get it, but if you're just going to leave Geringer standing by himself, he says, all right, sure, I'll take that shot. Wide open three, and he drills it.
He's going to make that deep three-pointer more times than not. And now trying to save the ball. It's going to be a steal, but Faith Christian has it, and they're on the run. And you know what that means? Dangerous time here as Geringer gets the layup on the break.
Now here he is again. Geringer just walks it up. Still nobody's guarding him. All right, I'll just keep shooting it. Same spot, same result. Geringer, another three.
And now coming right back in is Roanoke Valley Christian getting inside, and the layup will be good there for Chris Maxey. 49-16 the lead for Faith Christian, and Brendan Newton, the big man inside, protecting the paint in this one.
Yeah, tough going when you got a 7'1" guy in there. You're not used to playing guys with that height in there. There's a lot of ball movement, though, here for Roanoke Christian. Eventually, Roanoke Valley does get it into the corner for the open three, and they knock it down. But
that was Honecker again, but too much Faith Christian in this one, Andy.
Well, it's too much Newton, and I mean that literally. 7'1" is the easy jam for Newton.
They lost a game in the Chance Harmon Classic in early January to Bishop McGinnis out of North Carolina, but they've bounced back since then at 21-1 overall. Tough team to beat, and there's a floater that is good, as that one is in by Aaron Stone. As they get the rebound here, now trying to run, but another turnover, and that means Faith Christian's got a chance to score.
Stolen by Waldo, and then he goes. Eventually, they work it back down to the big man, and not a jam that time. Little kiss off the glass for Newton.
Newton's been filling the stat sheet all year long, Andy. 69-24. In fact, he had a triple-double in their lone loss this year to show what kind of impact he has made. And Alagoda, a freshman, another name to watch out for Faith Christian.
Just talent all over the place here. Not giving up, though. Roanoke Valley continues to fight. Some good ball movement back inside. Almost got blocked, but he muscles it in.
Some pieces to work with Hale and Stone and Harden and Honecker, but in this one, just not quite enough as they get to finish there on the break. Faith Christian running away 77-34 behind Newton's 22 points. Greninger chipping in 17, while the Eagles were outscored 27-6 from three-point distance.
Stay right with us, though. Sports Report continues. We come back to the south side. More tournament action coming right at you.
And welcome back to Sports Report here from Virginia Wesleyan College on the road with Andy Mishaw. I'm Matthew Hatfield. Now it's back to the VirginiaPreps.com Basketball Classic, the 8th annual, presented by Cox Sports at Green Run High School in Virginia Beach. Andy, it's Oscar Smith versus Landstown. Two teams ranked in the top 5 and 6A in the state, and they may meet again in 2 weeks in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is going to be another shootout. Oscar Smith in the blue getting things started. LaShawn Rogers from 3 in the corner.
Now it's Michael Christmas, the freshman. And even though it's February, it's Christmas at Landstown.
It's Christmas every day at Landstown.
Now Eric Marks with the spin move. Oh, sweet maneuver for 2.
Oscar Smith, though, lots of scoring in this one. Lots of scoring from this guy right here. The pull-up jumper off the glass for Donald Hicks.
Remember that name, Donald Hicks, headed to play his college basketball in-state at Radford University. The other sniper for that Oscar Smith team, Des Devane, he can pour it in from three-point distance, too.
Here is a dump to the outside. Darius Wallace is left wide open, and he'll make you pay if you do that.
Coming off the bench to hit 3 threes in this one. 15-11 in favor of Landstown. Not for long, though, as Donald Hicks pulls up and again swishes one home.
Landstown, though, comes right back. Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas again with the drive in the middle he scores.
Not just is Michael Christmas good inside and outside, he's efficient too, which is impressive for a 6'5 freshman. Wallace again connecting from three-point land.
And it's now 21-16, a 5-point lead, almost at halftime. Not quite there yet, and it leaves too much time for Hicks on the baseline. The turnaround jumper gets the friendly roll.
The guy Dwight Robinson's defense has to stop as Donald Hicks. Oh, another nice feed, that time to Isaiah Chambers, the 6'6 sophomore. Darren Pugh now will take it to the 10 and get it to go as Oscar Smith cuts into that lead going to the break.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run there at the end of the half, and it's almost tied up. 1-point game coming back out. But at a halftime, there it is. Happy holidays. Christmas inside with the hook.
And then it's the Athletic senior guard Maurice Jones getting the steal and the deuce. Landstown would push that lead up to 8 in the third quarter. You know, with Oscar Smith's offense, though, and ability to force turnovers, they're not out of the game.
It's Pugh to Devane. Pugh with the steal. Devane with the finish for 2. And Jones, another steal. This time he lays it in. He doesn't get the roll, but Marks is there to clean it up for him.
Landstown, their defense is so suffocating under Dwight Robinson. Donald Hicks, though, he's a guy that can overwhelm you when he gets hot, and he did in the second half. Now Devane on the feed in transition, and suddenly Landstown's 8-point lead is evaporated. It's 37-all going to the final stanza.
It's a 0-point lead. Off the miss, back to Devane, and he connects from 3.
So Oscar Smith is in front. Maurice Jones trying to get Landstown in front as he goes to the hoop for 2. The Eagles trail by 2. Maybe the last chance. Darius Evans, he hasn't scored all game. Now he has as he gets the basket and draws the foul.
First basket of the game, and he connects the and one as well. It is a 1-point lead. Just enough time. Oscar Smith has it in the front court. They're going to work some offense and then call a timeout and make sure they got everything set they want. 25 seconds left. Who do you go to?
Step back 3 for Donald Hicks. That's the guy LeVar Griffin wants shooting at the end, and he does. 47-45. Will Oscar Smith hold on? Last chance for Landstown.
6.9 seconds. They drive. Marks can't get it off in time, and it's a 2-point victory for Oscar Smith. 47-45, the final, in a thriller.
Hicks and Devane combining for 37 points for the Tigers, who moved to 18-2 overall. Landstown dropping to 13-6 overall as Christmas and Wallace combined for 28 points and 15 rebounds. Now, on to the showdown everyone's been waiting for. Cape Henry versus Norcom, defending private school state champ versus reigning public school state champ.
Right off the bat, Malcolm Weathers connects from a long way out for Cape Henry in the white to get things started.
And it's the freshman DeJour Rucker feeding it to Terry Morris with the basket there. 6-0 lead for Cape Henry. They would now make it 8-0 from DeJour Rucker, and surprising the Greyhounds early on.
Greyhounds in shock a little bit here. When you're in shock, you go to your favorite people. One of their favorite people is KJ Davis. He racks one up and breaks the streak.
And then the steal, Saquon Clark now finding Fields here. The Roadrunner, beep, beep, and then he pulls up and hits the jumper.
Good job there, and the run continues for Norcom. They're not done yet. To the outside, here is a three-pointer for Davis, and it extends that Norcom run.
Remember, Davis had 40 versus Norfolk Collegiate. Mark Seaman says, give me some of that as he hits the three-pointer. 18-15, Cape Henry in the lead in the second quarter, and now increasing it as Rucker connects in the corner.
Big man from outside hits. Norcom turns it over. Weathers on the run. Look out. Showtime for Weathers as he stuffs it.
Drexel University in the house to see him at this sellout crowd Virginia Preps Classic. There's Malik Marrow getting in the lane and finishing here. Norcom, though, they can stop a run because they have three guys that are run stoppers. There's one of them, Travis Fields, with the pretty move.
So far, this game has been all about the runs, and now Norcom, it's their turn to run as Fields hits, and then Allison with an outside shot.
Coming off the bench, Darian giving them a lift there, and then Fields fade away and gets the roll there as they've got triple threats there. Ingram, Fields, Davis, 29-27 Greyhounds, a 7-0 run to close the half.
There's somebody's baby picture. And here's Fields on the run, and the feed of Jalen Gordon with the finish.
And Norcom starting to get their legs under him and get hot in the third quarter. Mark Seaman with the spin cycle move.
He can shoot and he can spin. Look at that. He hit the X button on that one. Fields the other way. He says, I can drive too. Watch this floater. Rainbow is good.
Good balance and body control from Fields here. Now they feed it inside to DeJour Rucker. He's going to be a good one. Only a freshman as Malik Marrow with the dish. 38-31 in favor of Norcom. No fouls in the third quarter. That would be key, and so would Travis Fields.
Fields hits another jumper. And then they're not quite done yet. Off the inbounds is Allison left alone from three. You don't want to leave him. And Norcom starts to pull away here.
An unsung hero with Chull off the bench, and then watch Travis Ingram. He makes the defender fall, and then he switches it with the finish.
Jordan-esque, dare I say, the switch with the left-handed finish. And the pull away continues as we head into the fourth quarter, a 9-point lead for the Greyhounds.
People had to be turned away for this one as it was a sellout crowd again at the Classic, and Travis Fields and the Greyhounds, they can feel it. A 21-1 finish to their season. KJ Davis with a spin move, and he gets it to go.
KJ Davis just all over the place. Early highlights for him, late highlights for him. Here's a spin move for Malik Marrow with a nasty spin move.
And now you see Saquon Clark there misses, but Tommy Pope is there to clean up for two, and the Greyhounds starting to pull away. A turnover here with a 13-point lead, and it'll be a 15-point advantage as Ingram finds Fields.
In the end, the Greyhounds just too much athleticism. They pulled away, just sort of outlasting them in the shootout. Seaman from the corner. Tough three, and he hits one more, but it would not be enough. as the Greyhounds take this one. There's your final 64-49 over Cape Henry.
Travis Fields named game MVP with 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Davis with 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 steals, while Cape Henry led by Siemens 16 and Rutgers 13.
Super hot tournament action. Great games out there all season long. Playoffs are looming now.
Postseason is right around the corner. For Andy Mishaw, I'm Matthew Hatfield here from Virginia Wesleyan. We'll talk to you next time right here on the Cox Sports Report.